Pub Theology, we try to let you meet somebody that is that will inspire you, somebody that will give a little more faith, hope, and love to your life. And we like to partner with organizations, regional, local, or national, that are doing great things around our city or around our country. And this month, what we've done is it is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so what we try to do is each night that we're having Pub Theology this month, we've found a breast cancer survivor to come and share their story of overcoming this disease, and to give you a story of hope and of somebody who's overcome. And tonight we've got a Hoosier, a great woman tonight, and we want to welcome to the stage Kim DeMacy here. I got Kim's name wrong multiple times before this event started.
Hey, you did pretty well that time.
Well, thank you, Kim. Kim, we're going to be separated by a guitar. Right. If at any point you feel like you need to pick this guitar up and play as a song, feel free.
Or hit you over the head with it?
Either one.
Okay.
Do you play guitar?
No.
Okay. Could you hit me over the head with it?
I could.
All right. Then let's stay away from that. Anyway, Kim, it's great to have you here tonight, and we just met 4 or 5 minutes ago, and so we go way back.
Yeah.
But you're here as a breast cancer survivor, and when we talk about something like breast cancer, or really any disease that can be terminal, I don't think anyone would ever, order that off the menu of life, like that's something that I want to happen. And so you just a month since your final treatment, it's only been about a year and a half that you've been working through this. And so what is it like when you're moving through your life, things have gone maybe somewhat regular in your life, and all of a sudden you go to the doctor and you discover this? What's that moment like, or what was it like for you when you're talking to your doctor and he says, Kim, it's cancer?
Well, I've got 3 boys and I'm a nurse, and I always get a mammogram. Everything was always fine. One night I was just leaning over our couch to pick up my computer, and I felt a lump that I had never felt before. So I kind of asked my husband, who's here with me tonight, have you ever noticed this before? And it was really deep, which we kind of found out was up against my chest wall. But he had never noticed it before either, and so I waited a few weeks. I knew it was nothing. I was a nurse. This is nothing. We'll just wait. It'll go away. I drink a lot of caffeine. So
what does caffeine have to do with?
Well, you can get little fibrotic cysts from drinking caffeine.
Oh, okay.
But they go away, so I just thought it was something like that.
Oh, I thought we just found the cure to cancer tonight. It was just like, ladies, order Diet Coke right now. Large quantities. Okay, I'm figuring. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So I called my doctor, and he ordered a mammogram and an ultrasound. I got the mammogram, and they said everything looks good. And I thought, I knew it was nothing. But they said since there was a lump, I needed to get a ultrasound. I know, it's kind of weird to keep touching it, but so I got an ultrasound, and as soon as she put the ultrasound on there, the tech started measuring something that was really odd-shaped. And I kind of had a feeling then, but I, being stubborn, had told my husband, go to work, it's nothing, I know it's just fine. So she had the radiology tech, or the radiologist come in. He started measuring, and he had a concerned look on his face. And then I said, tell me the truth, what do you think it is? And he said, I think you've got breast cancer.
Wow. So you had gone every year and had your mammogram. So how many months had it been since you had your previous mammogram?
My birthday's in October, so I always get my mammogram the month of my birthday, so I remember to get it every year. So it had only been about 9 months since the last one. And even the mammogram I got that day didn't show anything. So you really need to do self-breast examinations. So
that, without that, you mean, who knows how long it could have gone without you finding it, without being able to do the self-examination. And the flyer that we had that we were joking around with does have some tips and some instructions on how to do that. If you don't, if you are educated, ladies, on that, you can stop by the Pub Theology table. We can give you that. So they say it's breast cancer, and so then what process? What's the process be, from that point on for you?
They said, I think you've got breast cancer, and part of me was telling myself, I think they've made a mistake. This can't be right. I know I don't have breast cancer, but part of me, it was starting to sink in, and so I called Jeff and was trying to be really strong, and I called him and told him, and then I started crying, and he started crying, and then he came home from work, and we told our boys, but we decided to go to a specialist. There's all kinds of doctors that do breast surgery, but we wanted to go to a specialist who told us it was aggressive what I had, and it was stage 3. So he started, well, as soon as we went to his office, he said, "I'll be right back." He left the room. He came back with the oncologist with him.
Wow.
And that really scared us because we really weren't expecting that. So he told us I had to do 4 months of chemo, which the first thing that occurred to me was I'm going to lose my hair, and that was the worst part.
Yeah.
And then after the chemo was over, we waited a few weeks, and then I ended up having 3 lumpectomies and then a mastectomy because I still couldn't get it all.
So it wasn't for you. I mean, I know from my mom's story, you know, they found the lump, and then she had a lumpectomy, and it was, you know, it was encapsulated or whatever the good part is, and then you know, she went through chemo and radiation, but you know, she talked about the struggle with every time you go for another, you know, test or next level thing, the anxiety of what's going to happen this time, and for her, a lot of that, it was not as bad as they thought, but you had to go through multiple surgeries, and so I mean, is that, I'm guessing after you come to terms with, I have cancer, this is real, and like you're saying, they bring the oncologist and they're going to go aggressive after this. Yeah. Is it something when at each step, did you kind of ride off the momentum of the last one, okay, this will go away, or go okay, or did that really kind of, was that a tough barrier to get over because it just seemed like things kept going wrong, or what was that like?
Yeah. It did. I really felt like the chemo, my oncologist was saying the tumor's shrinking, but the cancer doctor was saying, no, it's not. So it was very discouraging, and then to keep having the lumpectomies, wait for the pathology to come back, and then tell my family, we still didn't get it off, we have to do another surgery. I started to feel like, okay, God, I get it. I think this is what I'm going to die of.
So what, I mean, when you get to that kind of moment of like, this may be it for me, this is how the story ends, I mean, you talk about God, I mean, what kept you going? What kept you having hope each day?
My family, my friends. I had a Caring Bridge website, and we ended up having almost 20,000 people that started following us and replying to us and telling us they were praying for us, and just to keep hanging in there. So there were days I honestly thought dying would be easier because the chemo makes you so sick.
Yeah.
But I kept thinking, I gotta get up for everybody that's supporting me, and I gotta get up for my family, and I gotta get through this.
Yeah. And you have, which is amazing that you have. And what, I mean, you've had your last surgeries, everything, and you had your last treatment, and so you know, what does life look like for you now? I mean, monthly, or is it yearly screens, or how do you kind of, what's next for you?
Right now, I'm pretty fresh, so it's every 3 months to get another screen.
Okay.
But you know what I would tell people is you just have to find the silver lining in things. And even though this was the worst year of our life, it's also in ways been the best year of our life, because we thought our marriage was good. It's much better. We're closer. We remember to tell people we love them, and just, you never know how much longer you have.
Absolutely. Kim, if somebody's here tonight, I mean, I think the stats are 1 in 7.
1 in 7 to 8.
1 in 7 or 8 women are diagnosed with this disease, and treatment and research is getting better, but it's a very difficult thing. I mean, even, you know, if you are a survivor like you are, the process to get there is very, very difficult. And so, if somebody here, I'm sure someone has a family member, or they may be going through this themselves, what's something you could say to somebody here tonight and encourage them and give them some hope?
Well, I would definitely recommend self-breast exams. Just know your body, and you know, I just know God has a plan, and so you just have to remember that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just such a pleasure to meet great women this month, but also women that have overcome so much. And one of the things that's great that's been consistent with last week and Kim with you, and then the rest of the ladies that will be with us for the rest of the month at Pub Theology, is that they're great women of faith as well. And Kim, it's an honor to be with you tonight. You're a survivor. You're a truly great woman. And so let's give Kim a hand for being here tonight. Thanks so much, Kim. Cliff and